The serene ambience of the thousand-year-old Geumsansa temple in Gimje was truly captivating, especially with the temple scenery embracing the autumn foliage. After parking, I headed toward Geumsansa temple. A small valley of Moaksan runs alongside, with a walking path on the left and a road for vehicles on the right. At the start of the path, an artificial waterfall has been created, sending out refreshing streams of water. I began walking along the path to the left. It seems that the path, once just a walking trail, has recently added a forest playground. The path to Geumsansa temple is famous for cherry blossoms in spring and vibrant autumn leaves in fall. It seems that the peak foliage will likely be reached by the end of this week or the beginning of next week. The peak autumn foliage at Geumsansa temple is expected to occur from late October to early November. That ginkgo tree has turned a beautiful shade of yellow. However, this side is still dominated by green. The maple trees are still lush and green. Geumsansa temple was founded during the reign of King Daejeokgwangjeon 599 and were rebuilt several times, continuing to this day. Having passed through the one-pillar gate, I entered the Diamond Diva gate. Following that is the Four Guardians gate. They are arranged in a straight line leading up to Bojeru Pavilion. Beneath Bojeru, there are a cafe and a souvenir shop. A traditional cultural experience event called Daejeokgwangjeon was taking place. In the courtyard of the Dharma Hall, construction was in full swing as they were installing lanterns. This temple is home to numerous cultural heritage items, including 1 national treasure and 10 registered treasures. The Daejeokgwangjeon and the stone lantern are designated as treasures, while the wooden triad Buddha statue and its halo are classified as tangible cultural heritage. This is the Daejeokgwangjeon. Its scale is impressive. After the fire, 6 bodhisattvas that were enshrined in the Mireuksajeon were gathered together and relocated to Daejeokgwangjeon. I was quite surprised by the unique interior, which is quite different from what I've seen in other temple halls. This is a hexagonal multi-tiered stone pagoda, representing an early pagoda style that transitions from the Silla to the Goryeo dynasty. The stone lotus pedestal, believed to have been created during the Goryeo dynasty. This is the Maitreya Hall, one of the representative buildings of Geumsansa temple, which was designated as a national treasure. Inside the building stands a colossal Maitreya Buddha, measuring 11.8 meters tall. However, photography is prohibited. The staircase leading to the hall above is also classified as a treasure. The 5-story stone pagoda of Geumsansa temple was reconstructed over a 3-year period, from 979 to 981. I can't list all the treasures individually, but I think it would be wonderful to visit Geumsansa temple. The temple grounds are home to several halls scattered throughout. As I left, I chose to take the road for vehicles, and I ended my visit with a final view of the one-pillar gate of Geumsansa temple. There was a crumbling archway of the stone fortress believed to have been built during the later Baekje period. Here's a map for the autumn foliage trip in Jeonbuk, featuring Geumsansa temple. The white circle at the top indicates the parking lot. It is quite large. Parking is free. If you want to drive further toward the temple, you'll need to pay a parking fee of 3,000 won for passenger cars. I have some doubts about whether there are any popular restaurants near Geumsansa temple. Looking at the restaurant area, which seems to be as old as the temple itself, I was relieved to see that some restaurants were still in operation, so it felt like there would be options for a meal. I settled into a lively-looking restaurant. The mountain vegetable dish set for one was 20,000 won. The grilled daejeok was perfectly sized and cooked just right, not too spicy, making it a delightful addition to our meal. The food was so good that we couldn't resist having a glass of dongdongju, a type of Korean rice wine. I have introduced the Grand Mireuksajeon and Daejeokgwangjeon, as well as information about restaurants and parking at Geumsansa.